Hey folks, you're about to do a line of best fit practice packet. So I was hoping we could do the first two together, just so there's a little bit more clarity on scale and writing the line of best fit. So let's give these couple a shot here together and work through it. So let's look at this first one. First it says to draw a line of best fit. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to try to draw a line where like half the points are above and half the points are below. So, and it kind of follows the trend. So I'm going to draw this. Let's see how that is. Maybe a little high, but it's probably okay. So now that I've drawn that line, I'm still looking for two things for writing my equation. So I'm writing my equation. I need my start number, so I'm going to grab that. In this case, mine's hitting the dot, but if it's not, you're going to want to draw wherever your line is. Not the dot, but wherever your line crosses the y-axis. So in this case, I think it is about 95. So now what I can do is I want to pull another good point. You can either pull an actual coordinate point like this one, like this is a coordinate point, but I'm actually going to just pull this spot on the graph. Like look right here. See where it goes through that corner? That's another point where my line is very visible. So at 1, it's 90. So let's think about that. So let's make a little table, okay? So I want to plug 2 points into the table. In this case, I'm going to actually use my start number, 0 and 95. But additionally, 1 and 90 is a great point. Well, if these are my two coordinates, how much is my line decreasing? It's going down by 5 every one, which means it's just going down by 5 each time. So that's easy, right? So then it says, estimate approximately how many absences you could have and still pass with a 60 according to your line. So I'm going to use my line and my actual, just my graph here. I could also use my equation, okay, and keep my table going until I get to 60. Could completely do that. Or I could use the line that I've drawn. So let's see. Let's go over to 60. Just hop on over here. And I think it looks like you could have about 8 absences. So to get a 60, you could have 8 absences. And it says you have to justify your answer. I used my line. Or maybe you used the table, or maybe you used your equation to estimate in this case. And not always estimating is perfect, but in this case, you could probably use your line because it's on the graph. Now, if it's beyond the graph, then you're going to have to, unfortunately, I think you're going to have to use your equation or your table. Okay, so let's go down to this next one. I want to make a line of best fit. Look here. This is probably not the best place for the line to cross. I'm thinking it's more in the middle here of these data values, and that's okay. I want you to just be like, unfortunately, that's not going to be maybe the best place for the y-intercept. My line is better. So here's where I'm going to say that the line starts. So I'm going to say y equals 10 as my start number, okay? It needs to be a line that fits all the data, so all the data is best when it starts there. All right, so now I need to find another good place, and I'm feeling like, ooh, this is a decent spot, or this is a decent spot. What are we thinking about this? Let's see. Look, here's a spot, and here's a spot. Let's try 2 different spots like this, and let's use the graph. All right, remember about scale. Oof. I'm at 1.5 here, and this takes me to 2.5. So I have to be careful down there. And then here, I'm at 50 right now, and it goes up to 80. Okay, so if I'm at 50 and I got to go up to 80, how much am I going up? Look at the scale. I'm going up 30, okay? And then how much am I actually going over? Well, here I'm at 1.5, and here I'm at 2.5. So I only go over 1. So that's 30 every one. So I'm going to write plus 30x. You may have also seen this gorgeous point. That also would be going up 30 from 10 to 40 every one. So again, there's that same rate of change. I want to caution you not to say it's up 3 and over 2 because that's not using the scale that's here. So just be really careful about that. Okay, sorry, couldn't see that. So there we go. So now it says estimate the number of hours you would need to study in order to earn a 100. So I can actually use I can use this. I'm thinking it's somewhere between 3 and 3.5. And I would use my line to help me do that. All right, good luck today. Be good.